What am I looking at here?
That is a 1984 Honda CRX, my very first car.
And I should note, an HF.
The #1 gas mileage car in America.
This thing was a gutless wonder. But what it lacked in power, it totally made up for in its awesome fuel economy. We could literally drive this thing from LA to San Francisco and most of the way back, all on a single tank of gas. And we did. That and trips like it, every chance we got. Of course, it didn't take long before we started to venture out onto roads that we really had no business being on. You know, because we were young, dumb, and eager to explore. This is it. But before we got ourselves into too much trouble, we decided that maybe we needed to get ourselves something a bit more capable. And that's when we decided to get this thing. And the rest was history. Well, for the most part anyway. Contrary to what some seem to think, Cindy and I didn't always have our website, wayalife.com, or our YouTube channel, or a garage full of Jeeps. If anything, the first few years with our then brand new Jeep were lean ones for us. We were just happy that we could make our monthly payments. And the thought of building it up was really the furthest thing from our minds. But you know, in spite of that thing being bone stock, that little Jeep was still able to take us on adventures of a lifetime. Really, some of the best and most memorable ones ever. Road trips. One of the things I love most about road trips is that you get to dine in all these awesome restaurants, eateries, and places just like this. The Griddle. Man, that was awesome. One of our favorite places whenever we're in Winnemucca or anywhere up in the Boise, Idaho area. This is it. I think we're here. All right. So, why the long walk down memory lane? because of what we're about to do today.
Looks just like the day we sold it to you.
Hey, my friend, how you doing?
doing?
It's good to see you again.
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, Cindy. What's going on behind the camera there?
Yeah, it looks totally stock.
Yeah, just like the day it left. Cool. All right. Well, if you want to come on in and see the Jeep real quick, I can show you.
Sounds good.
Right over here.
Thank you. It's a real pleasure.
Good meeting you.
After you. We're gonna hang a left just like last time. It's gonna be right here in the garage.
You got it.
Good.
Well, that was a hell of a long drive, but I think it was totally worth it. Obviously, Cindy and I bought ourselves a brand new Jeep. And just like we did with our Gladiator, we got it up at Peterson's up in Nampa, Idaho. Why there, you might ask? Well, because of the crazy great deals that they can get you. I mean, I can get a friends and family discount through Jeep, but they can still beat even that. Now, if there is a catch, other than having to fly or drive up to Nampa, Idaho, it's that you do have to finance through them, or at least for the first 6 months anyway. But it's not like they stick you with some kind of crazy high interest loan or anything like that, and after the 6 months are over, you can pay it off or refinance with something like a local credit union. Either way, I think if you do the math, you'll find out that you come out way ahead.
I think people might want to see what we got.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce you to the newest member of the Wayalife family. This is our brand new 2021 Firecracker Red Jeep JL Wrangler Sport. As you can see, we did get this as a two-door and with the 3.6 under the hood, and mainly because we wanted this, a manual transmission. As you can see, we also got it with a basic radio, basic seats, basic black fenders, basic front bumper, basic rear bumper, basic halogen headlights, basic stamped steel wheels and street tires. And if it were an option that were available to us, we would have gotten this Jeep with just a soft top. It's a long story, but apparently Jeep isn't allowed to sell soft tops, or at least on a two-door, or until they've met some kind of EPA quota on the amount of hardtops that they've sold. Being that we live in Nevada, we decided to splurge just a little and opted for AC. And because they would have come standard back in the day, we decided to get it with all this stuff packed in the back. These are a set of half doors. While we're super excited that Jeep brought the half doors back for the Wrangler, we were a little bit bummed that you could only order them with a set of full doors. And the only way you can get the half doors is with powered locks and powered mirrors, meaning you had to get them on your full doors as well. Powered mirrors, powered locks, and even powered windows. For better or for worse, there are no manual cranks on this Jeep. But with the exception of the AC and the half doors that we opted for, this Jeep is as bare bones as it gets. In fact, as you see it here, this thing stickers at about 35.5. But if you were to get it in white, got rid of the options that we opted for, and if you were able to get it with a soft top, you could get it as little as $30,000. Of course, because we bought this Jeep through Peterson's, we were able to get it for just $31,900. And I should note, that's about the same price that we paid for our Jeep Renegade Trailhawk a few years back. Sure, we don't have a second set of doors or some of the finer amenities that our Renegade had, but what we do have are measurably larger tires and with the ability to install larger ones with very little effort. We have more ground clearance, better approach, breakover, and departure angles. We have a solid front and rear axle, a transfer case with a true low range, greater axle articulation, and the ability to install things like Mopar bumpers and rocker guards. And even though our Renegade was slightly more fuel efficient, this Wrangler has a much bigger gas tank. And that means we have a much greater range, almost 100 miles more. And that makes a big difference in the kind of exploring we like to do. In my opinion, there really is no comparison between the two, or any four-wheel drive for that matter, or at least in the same price range. Now, I know some of you are probably wondering, why this thing? And what I can tell you is that Cindy and I have been wanting to do a project like this for quite some time now. To get back to our roots, a bit anyway, and to share with others some of the things that we've learned over the last 2 decades. How you don't need a big built-up Jeep or to empty every pocket just to have a good time. If anything, we'd like to show how something as basic as this can still take you on adventures of a lifetime.